Let's talk about the Indian IT war of notice period.
So when it comes to the immediate joining or something, so definitely we'll be looking for a job. It's like almost the job requirements what we'll receive.
Today we are having a guest who is having experience of 10 years as a HR manager. Today we are going behind the doors and discuss where does our resume actually goes, why we get ghosted, and what is that actually takes for our application to get selected out of 1,000 applications. So one resume mistake that equals an instant rejection. Let's talk about the Indian IT war of notice period. So today the biggest frustration for job seekers is ghosting. Hello everyone, welcome to our new episode of EMPCloud podcast. I'm Swaroop Rangaswamy and this is Future of Work. We have all received this generic email. After applying for a job, we will get back to you. And then it's complete silence. Today, we are going behind the doors with a HR leader from India's one of biggest tech giants and discuss where does our resume actually goes, why we get ghosted, and what is that actually takes for our application to get selected out of 1,000 applications. Today, we are having a guest who is having experience of 10 years as a HR manager. So let's welcome Sunitha for our EMPCloud podcast. Sunitha, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Swaroop. Thanks for calling me to this particular show.
Pleasure having you.
Yeah, and also special thanks for EMPCloud, and this is a great opportunity for me.
And Sunitha, I would request you to walk us through your journey as a HR manager.
Yeah. Myself, Sunitha Shankar. I have almost a decade of experience in HR. So I have worked with big companies like big giants, entertainment industry, also from tech giants, and also I have worked for multiple companies in my career. So apart from this, I would like to mention HRIS is my core strength, and I hold a LLB degree. So I used to take care of all the policies and HR related policy work. So apart from that, LMS is also my key strength area. So there I used to make the policies related to insurance and also the IT related stuff. So apart from that, HRIS is the main key focus when it comes to the technology part. So this is a brief about myself, Swaroop.
Thank you. It was a very good experience. So we got to know about your major area, key strengths and everything. Thank you for that. And let's begin with our set of questions where our viewers will get to know about the real world insights of the HR.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Sunitha, let's start with the reality check. When a big giant like LTI Mindtree posts for a single job opening, how many hundreds or thousands of profiles do you receive in first 48 hours?
So as you said, so we receive hundreds and thousands of applications from the candidates. But the best part is, it's not about how many applications we are receiving, but how many applications we are actually going through it. So that is the key point in that. But definitely we will receive hundreds of applications. For that we have a specialized AI tool also to segregate the applications, scrutinize the applications, and also the application process will be scrutinized based on the keywords.
Okay.
So how the keywords are put in the resume. So based on the job what we have posted, so based on that we'll be going to scrutinize the resumes. So but what actually happens, just applying it. So we will be flooding with the applications. So in that it's very challenging to scrutinize the applications and select the exact match or the proper candidate. So this is a very challenging role. Okay. And also as you mentioned, so definitely we will get hundreds and thousands of applications within the 48 hours. So in that, scrutinizing is a very challenging thing.
Okay. So as you mentioned about scrutinizing the resumes, so now you be honest with us. So does a human eye look into every single resume, or is it the ATS doing all the work?
Yeah, definitely it's a tricky question. So definitely we will be not going to each and every resumes or each and every part of the resume. So what we will just do it will be based on the keywords, as I mentioned earlier, just keywords.
Yeah.
So right keywords, we have to understand what is the right keyword. If a resume have been applied for a job, so first we will understand how keen that candidate is, how interested, getting a job.
Okay.
So how, I mean, if you are applying for a job, how much requirement you have understood.
So can you explain us with a real-time example? Like for example, if you're taking an example of HR, if I myself applying for a job of HR, so how do you like to explain that?
In a hurry, what people will do. So we won't go through the each and every. If I receive a job opening email, so definitely I will not go through each and every point.
Okay.
So there 10 points are mentioned. I will just go through the 5 points.
Okay.
So maybe 5 points, I will just ignore it.
Yes.
Or I will pretend that I know everything. So I know these 5 points, another 5 points also I know.
Okay.
So this way I will pretend. I will start applying for that job. Once that resume is applied, so once the HR or the screening team is received, so first they will see how keen this candidate is, how the candidate is interested. So whether he is really need a job, serious candidate, or he is just only for the sake of looking for a job, he is just doing that. By seeing only we will understand that.
Okay.
So first AI will do the job, AI will scrutinize, then it will be posted or it will be pushed to the next department. So next recruiter will sit, they will go through each and everything. They will have a phone conversation again.
Screening round. Again it gets shortlisted.
By listening to the voice only, we will understand whether this guy is really interested or not interested, just window shopping like that.
Okay.
So this is how we just do the screening process.
Okay, nice. So as you mentioned that you will be knowing in the first 5 skills. So if you are considering a resume, if you're taking 100 resumes, so the first point around 90 resumes have is strong communication skills. So is that really necessary?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. Communication. So communication where when the job requires, most of the jobs doesn't require good communication in my perspective, because most of the people, they'll be very knowledgeable, they know things very well, but they don't know how to present it. Right? But the way how they are articulating and how they are confident, they are explaining about the topic, so we will come to know whether he knows or not. Maybe some people will be nervous at that point of time and they need some more time to get settled. Some introvert people are like that. So we can't say that communication is a really key challenge, but we have seen candidates who are not really having a good communication skill, but they know the core strength, they have the core strength, they have the key skills, their resume is matching with us, and they're very, very honest. People will be not honest, they're very, very diplomatic. These people, those people who has the good communication, so they'll be very diplomatic. Right. So they know how to present the things.
And also, do you think that good communication gets you good confidence?
Communication, yes, of course. Good communication is a key. So we have the good communication, definitely we have the confidence. So that is the key. But in every job, we doesn't need the good communication, right?
True. What is the most funniest or most obvious thing that a candidate uses AI to write their resume or cover letters, and how soon do you reject them?
Yeah, of course, this in this time, so each and every emails, each and every resume looks the same. So you believe it or not, I will give an example. So this is I have come across. So whenever we receive any emails or any cover letters, so everything start with, they hope this email finds you well. So as soon as I see that message written, I am not going to waste the time to read entirely. I will just use the AI tool. I will just copy paste it and I will ask AI summarize it, because whatever AI gives the email, so everything it will be copied, it will be pasted. So this will start with hope this finds well, like that. So obviously that is the funniest thing. As soon as I see that email, I will not going to open or read the entire thing. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, that's true. When it is coming for a mail, it is something like that. I hope this finds well. You are doing well. And when we are going for an interview and when we ask a candidate to introduce themselves, they thank you for giving me this opportunity. So these two might match and sync.
Exactly. when you talk about HRIS, or when you talk about the key skills, core HR core skills. So everything will be written from AI.
Yeah, now people are very obsessed with that. They, for each and every single small thing also, they will be like, okay, let me use ChatGPT, Cloud, something. We have multiple AI tools.
Exactly.
So today, the biggest frustration for job seekers is ghosting. So why has it become a standard practice for companies to never reply? So is it a lack of time, or is it something like the HR is making a strategy to keep the candidate in a limbo?
This is really frustrating, as you said. When we attend the interview, if a candidate attends the interview, then if they didn't hear anything, even the interview has gone very well, but still not hearing anything back from the HR really frustrates, and it demotivates the candidates actually. But as per the things, HRs are not really busy. It's their duty to reply to the jobs, to the candidates, what is their candidate status is about. But the problem comes is few people will be really calling back again and again, and for single status, everything they'll be contacting, and there will be loop of communications. Even there is a lot of pressure on the HR recruiters as well, because there is a open position.
Yes.
So obviously that has a timeline. So it's just almost like a target. So we have certain timeline, maybe 1 or 2 months of timeline to finish
close
that.
the position. Yes.
Yeah. So we have to find the right skill candidate. Even the budget also has to be matched.
That is the main thing.
Right. So and people will be okay. And if it is experienced candidate, so definitely the joining date would be the negotiation part over there. So all these factors has to be matched. So it will become like a very frustrating job sometimes, and even a candidate also wants to hear back what actually happened with the candidature. So here we can't say HRs are really busy, or even we can't say that candidate
They are too free to reply very soon.
Exactly. So sometimes unfair happens both the sides. Maybe HR people will also be in a frustrating position, or candidates, even they'll be looking for a job very aggressively, and given the interviews, most of the time candidates spend hours together to give the interview, and they have to answer the questions and give lot of performances, right? So it's frustrating. But when it comes to saying that whether these people are wrong or whether they are just forcing, so it depends on the situation.
Okay. So we spoke about the rounds and everything. So if a candidate is rejected after 3 or 4 rounds, so why do they still get automated template? So what is the HR afraid of? To share honest feedback.
Auto templates, in the sense like thank you for applying job, or thank you for the
something like
candidate.
that. They never reply, or maybe it is like
Auto replies.
Your application was rejected. All the best. Better luck for the next time. Something like this.
Yeah. The problem is we can't say it is like almost each and every application will be tracked. As I have mentioned, HRIS portal will be there. So we'll be getting hundreds and thousands of resumes for a particular job. So in that time, it is very difficult to reply back to each and every resumes. So what happens is there comes the AI. So AI comes there. So maybe the data what we have fed, so we won't be able to update it the latest status. So during that period of time, so they might be receiving the auto-generated emails and everything.
So to make the work easier, they have automated.
Yeah, automated, of course.
Okay. So let's talk about the Indian IT war of notice period. So 90 days is the standards, but each and every company wants an immediate joiner, or maybe someone joining in 1 or 2 weeks. So how do the candidates navigate this?
So it's really a tricky question because if I talk the reality, then definitely that we can't disclose it, no? So how we are going to negotiate with the candidate? But anyhow, I will just give a brief on how we do the negotiation part. So when it comes to the immediate joining or something, so definitely we'll be looking for a job. It's like almost the job requirements what we receive, so which will be having a very short deadlines. So deadlines will be very short. We have to close the requirement within 1 month or within before 1 month. So these are the requirements which we receive usually. So once we receive it, we start hunting for the job, for the candidates. No suitable candidates will be there. If the suitable candidate will be, other things will be, we have to look into. Maybe monetaries and date of joining, so all this. So when it comes to the date of joining part, so usually what happens, 90 days is the, as you mentioned, 90 days the notice period, standard notice period. But negotiation will happen over there. So if you get the replacement very quickly for your job or the candidate's job, so definitely it will be negotiated, the work will be transferred, KT will be done, everything will be done and everything goes smooth. So the challenge comes when there is no right person to take care of the responsibilities. So then that time what they will start, first recruitment will start from their end, then the recruitment, the right candidate, everything will comes in the place. Then they have to relieve from their responsibilities. But if this didn't happen, from the employer part of wise, we'll be getting a pressure from the clients. So we need the person onboarded soon. So if a person is working there, so for time being, we will just try to manage it. First, what we will do, first internally we will see.
Okay. If someone is available for a switch.
So definitely, and you also knows this, people will be there on the bench. So if nobody will be there, I mean there is no project. So people will be on the bench. So definitely we will put a priority for the person who is available immediately. So we will see, we can be able to train them. This technology is adaptable. So if this goes well, the first and foremost priority will be for the in-house employees. So if this didn't suit, then we have to go and start hunting. So the negotiation part comes there, maybe, so employer-employee both has to be negotiated sometimes. Everybody aware about that. Maybe what happens is 3 months, 90 days is the notice period. So people will be there, or managers will be there. They will be taking the responsibilities. They'll be understanding the situation of the employee. So then they will, sometimes maybe they will relieve in 30 days, or upon request 60 days also they will be relieved. And there is a concept of paying. So let's say 90 days is the notice period. And if somebody wants to leave early, maybe in 30 days, so next 60 days they
have to buy out.
Yeah, exactly. So that happens. Most of the company.
So is it acceptable with all the employees irrespective of their designation, experience?
It depends. It depends how the work is, nature of the work, whether the substitute is there or not. So if everything goes well, definitely. So without no negotiation also they can relieve. But no means they have to pay some monetary and they have to relieve.
Yes. Coming to our last segment of this podcast, rapid fire round. So one resume mistake that equals an instant rejection.
Irrelevant resume?
So LinkedIn Premium, a total waste of money for a job seeker, or is it actually useful?
It totally depends on job seeker's budget.
Tell me if this is a true or false. Calling or messaging a HR manager directly on LinkedIn makes a candidate looks proactive or just annoying.
False.
So
it won't look like proactive. It annoys.
So if a candidate lies about their current CTC, will HR always finds out during the background verification?
Absolutely, 200%.
So the best time of a day or day of the week to submit a job application to actually get noticed?
No best time or day. So usually beginning of the week.
So there is something called as newly updated or updated today. So will that actually work when we are applying a filter?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Sunitha, what is the one suggestion or a feedback that you would like to give the applicants, those who are applying for a job?
Yeah, for freshers, so it's definitely don't be panic first of all. When you start looking out for a job, so it may pass months and months, so you might not be getting it. So don't go behind each and every opening. First, go to the job description, what they are looking from a candidate. So first understand that. Based on that, you start applying for the job, and be patient, and don't be panic, and don't lose the hope. So this is the key suggestion for the freshers. And when it comes to experienced candidates, so definitely you know the industry very well, so already you have the experience. So first understand what is the job requirement is, and also look into the monetaries and the joining date. So based on all these requirements, if it definitely suits you well, then go ahead and attend the interview. Once you attend the interview, then don't start panicking and checking the status and updates and everything. Be positive, and definitely you will hear back, because you have the experience, you know the industry very well. So it's my suggestion.
Okay, thank you for a small suggestion. So that might be helpful for a few applicants, those who are coming up for the next job hunt. And Sunitha, thank you so much for making your time and taking a day off and coming for this podcast. So it was very good and healthy session that we had about the HR and the future of work. Thank you for joining with us today.
Thank you, Swaroop. Thanks for calling me for this podcast. And once again, congratulations, and
Thank you for that.
have a great journey ahead.
Thank you so much.
For everyone watching or listening at home, the next time you hit apply and feel like your resume is disappearing into a black hole, remember what we discussed about today. The corporate world is just a mystery. You just need to know the actual rules of the game. That's a wrap. Remember, the future of work isn't just about navigating the corporate ladder. So I'm Swaroop Rangaswamy, and this is Future of Work. See you on the next episode. By that time, you subscribe and drop your biggest job frustration comment, so we'll get back with that.